Hey guys, what's up? Machine Sam back with another video, and today we have another episode of Tennessee Titans franchise. We are going into Week 11 against the Jacksonville Jaguars. We are 6-3. We are going into Jacksonville, who are 5-4. This is for second place in the division. If they beat us, they'll have the tiebreaker. They'll move up to second place. And hell, if they've beaten the Colts and if the Colts lose, they could potentially be looking for that number one seed in our division at least. So we do have some stuff to take care of before the game. We have breakout linebacker, scouting focus, weekly strategy, and manage staff if I do have the points for it. But let's go ahead and take a look at breakout linebacker. I don't remember who this could have really been. Azeez Al-Shaair is apparently getting a chance to go up to superstar, or is it just star? I don't remember what exactly he has. But hold the Jags to less than 250 yards or so it will be going up to star if he does get it. Tackle for loss, fumble, interception, or a sack, or hold them to 250 yards. We're not going to be able to hold them to 250 yards. I just know that now. So let's see if we can get a tackle, interception, or sack. So no real updates on who we're using on focus players at the moment. We're still using Chig. We're still using Tajay Spears, Roger McCreary, and Peter Skoronski. It just makes a whole ton of sense to use these guys, get them going, get them developed in the correct direction going forward. If there's any depth chart increases, I will let you guys know at the end. So the depth chart has changed just a tiny bit. Nicholas Petit-Fier is back. So Saylor is going to slide back into guard. Raduns has done an excellent job, don't get me wrong. But the fact that Saylor's played better even at right tackle, and now he's going to be moving into guard. Petit-Fier played phenomenally when he was in, so we got to go back to what was working. The team is looking pretty barren at the moment, but we have the draft coming up, so hopefully we can get something done there. The defense is looking pretty good. I was looking over the stats. Harold Landry has to step up this week. He has to step up. He has to play better. If he doesn't, we are going to look to move Osai back up to the starting group. He has 4 sacks. Arden Key has 1 sack and has played significantly less snaps and significantly less games than Harold Landry. Harold Landry only has 1 sack going into Week 11. He needs to step up. He needs to come up big this game. The defense has played pretty bad, let's be honest. I did go ahead and do the focus scouting for the draft. I am going after a tackle, so I can move him over to left or right. He is a right tackle to start in the draft. I would probably move him to left if he's good enough. And I also went after a guard. That's pretty small though. He's like 6'2", 6'1", 309, so he could easily move into center and take over for Robert Hainsey, who will be going into the last year of his deal going into next year. He is in he's in his 3rd year. So he'll be going into his last year of his deal next year. And then I also went after a corner because if you look at our corners, Elijah Molden has pissed me off to the point where I don't even know if I want to play with him anymore. He can't cover. He just can't. I don't know. He must be zone. He's the same zone as he is man. 71 man. Can't fucking do anything. He continues to let up big chunk plays. His speed doesn't help him either. We might have to move on from him going into next year. The team has looked pretty good. I've adjusted the sliders a little bit. Let's see how this game plays. If it plays a lot better than it did last week, then we'll probably continue to tweak the sliders. But if not, then we'll probably revert back to the old sliders as well. So we are at Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville, Florida. Nicholas Petit-Fier is back. Gameplay sliders have changed. And yes, I know with the recent success of Will Levis in real life, I should probably look towards him a little bit more. But we're not going to do that quite yet. Now, of course, Malik Willis has struggled in recent games, not really getting the ball moving, not getting a whole ton of yards. Is that because we're running the ball a lot, or is it because he just actually can't get the ball moving? I don't know. We'll have to see, though. Going up against Trevor Lawrence and this offense should be an interesting battle, to say the least. Custom uniforms here today. I just like their black and gold helmets, and then I'm going with the Color Rush pants and the Color Rush socks for us, lightening up our jersey a little bit because they do not have white pants for some reason. That's just not a thing that they have in Madden, at least. Or if they do have white pants, it is for their alternates. So it has the light blue and the, red. So we're going to go with the Color Rush pants and socks, white cleats, white jerseys, dark helmets. Should be an interesting battle here today in Jacksonville. Let's get it started. Jaguars going to be taking over at their own 25-yard line after a Jamal Agnew fair catch. Trevor Lawrence's hair is going through his helmet. Nice. Trevor Lawrence so far in the season, 1,900 yards, 20 touchdowns, 2 picks. Jesus. He has almost 700 more yards throwing and over 11 more touchdowns. I think about the same amount of picks, if I remember correctly, for Trevor Lawrence to Malik Willis. But then again, he has less picks than our entire team combined. So, because Tannehill had 1 before he left, as well as Will Levis has 2 so far in the season. After play action fake on first down, they now have a second first down at the 37-yard line now. Now, these sliders I've been playing with in a different franchise, so that's why I'm using them. They should slow down the rush attack on both sides pretty good. The only problem is if I do make a mistake, it will show still. So it's not going to be like they're just gashing me for no fucking reason like they have been, but they will be gashing me if I do make a mistake. You know, if I over pursue, under pursue, don't make a correct read, call it, oh, cool, and our fucking Dev Trait Challenge guy is out with an injury. I swear to God, with the amount of... I don't watch a whole ton of Madden, right? I just don't. But from the Madden that I've watched it... Oh, fuck. Travis Etienne up the sideline. From the Madden gameplay I've watched, where other people are doing Dev Trait Challenges, it seems like whoever you're doing a Dev Trait Challenge with somehow always gets injured. It's weird. It's weird. It just is. Evan Ingram being guarded by Monty Rice and Calvin Ridley. Oh, wow. Fumble. So Kevin Byard comes up with a big old slam onto the ground. He forced a fumble, but not after a big pickup from them. I'm going to go zone here. No reason to run. QB draw. Too bad it wasn't a pass play. Harold Landry would have actually had a second sack of the season, but negative 1 yard rush there for the Jags. Like I was saying, just doesn't make sense to... And Chance Campbell has a chance at a pick and just doesn't come up with it. I know it's a bad ball by Trevor Lawrence, but Jesus, come on, dude. You got to make a play. I have you out there for speed so that you can cover sideline to sideline. You just don't do it, so... It's going to be on ETN this time. Cover anything underneath, and... No good. They don't come up with the pass. It was an erred pass behind the receiver. Tries to come up with it and just quite can't. Let's go just 60 base then. Gonna be running to the left side probably. Nope, play action fake. Oh, and Harold Landry finally gets home. On a free rush, we send 6 people. He finally gets home. Sack, turnover on downs at the 10. No, the tight end went for a block and release. So when he released, Trevor Lawrence wasn't quite out of his play action fake. And Harold Landry is going to come up with the sack. That's awesome for us. 1st and 10. Going to hand off Spears. We're going to go... You know what? Yeah, let's go back the other way. Let's go back. Let's see what Nicholas Petit-Fier has in store for us. Gets up to the second level, but who is that? Aluakon sheds the block. Comes up with the tackle. It's just rushing has been too powerful in this league so far throughout this year. You saw Spears have 2 amazing games. You've seen, every running back we go against have at least like 100 yards, it seemed like. So we're trying to slow that down just a little bit. Chig underneath, 6-yard catch there on that little drag, on that little flat route. And here I would love to bring a tight end over. I'd love to bring Wiley or DeGuara over to help block. But if I do that, the D-line shifts and then we just have 2 guys. The extra guy that we brought over has, is getting basically used up right away, So, not going to do that. Spears on a run picks up a first down here. 32-yard line. I kind of want to get somebody going in motion here. Send Spears out there, see what he can do. Nothing going here. Oop, flag. Okay. I guess I was past the line. I was trying to get it out before the line so that he would just be like throwing it to the sideline as the defensive players try to step up and stop his run. Apparently does not get out though quick enough. Illegal forward pass, 5-yard loss. Lost it down as well. Apparently a timeout, but nobody took a timeout. Must have been a official's timeout. Okay. Marquez Stevenson is now in the slot. Why? Jesus, our receiving core just cannot stay healthy. D-Hop. Oh my god, what a fucking ball. And the thing is, I didn't even really upgrade QB accuracy. I only went up 2 overall points. So, that was just a good ball, apparently. Going back to this play, Colton Dow underneath. Does not hold on to the football. Still a problem here. I know he's a 66 overall, but Kyle Phillips out for game. Strained bicep. Awesome. Yeah, we're going to have to run a lot more 2 tight end sets, I feel like. Might even have to get Equinemius St. Brown involved if need be. Chig can't hold on to the football. I give him a good ball, he just can't hold on to it, and that's going to be a problem here. Some of these receivers besides Hopkins have to step up. They just have to and has to step up here. No, Jesus. And there goes the ball. First fumble of the year for, I think, Malik Willis that is going to be turned over at least. They're going to take over at our 47. Not good. Try to scramble a little bit, just get hit, and nothing going there. Okay, I'm stuck on Simmons. No reason to pull him. Caleb Farley with a diving chance at a pick. Does not come up with it. Joseph Asai now out with injury. The Arden Key will step into his place. Going to bring Hooker down. Get him on top of Ingram right away. Force something. ETN going for yards here. Jesus. 3 for 32. Not really looking like we're slowing down this run game as much as I was hoping for. Jeez. ETN's just insane. I'm going to flip this play so that Arden Key is actually an edge. He gets stuck on Christian Kirk, and then Christian Kirk almost comes up with the catch. Knocked out. I didn't even fuck with wide receiver catching, so I don't know what's going on there, but 2nd and 10 now here, 4:37 remaining. Still trying to get Azeez Al-Shaair involved. He needs a sack, forced fumble, tackle for loss, or an interception today, and it will get him his star. He just keeps scrambling out of the pocket and trying to throw these off-balance throws, and they're just not working for him. 3rd and 10 now here. Spread the D-line, let them pin their ears back and go get Lawrence. Underneath, that's the corner. Hooker does the stutter step. I don't know what to do there. Yes, it was bad coverage play call against their offensive play, but when Hooker stutter steps and doesn't go for the tackle, I can't do anything. Pressure just doesn't get there. Ingram open. They run a good concept, ETN going up that seam right there really held Hooker, and then Ingram on that corner just got him open. Not a good return by Marquez Stevenson, taking over at our 16, 1st and 10. Gonna go with play action fake. Colton Dowell. No, and it's overthrown, and Andre Sisco comes up with the pick. Well then, that safety was playing back. I figured, as long as we don't airmail this football, should be playing fine. And look, I'm not trying to do this to be like, oh look, a Will Levis storyline. I'm not trying to fucking play bad so that I have a Will Levis storyline. That just doesn't make sense for me. The storyline going into this game is Harold Landry not fucking showing up and finally showing up today. Hopefully, anyway. He's played well so far, but stuff can still change, He continues to slow down, just because he has a sack in the beginning part of this game. If he doesn't get pressure the rest of the game, still not doing much. He got lucky that he got put on a tight end, decided to try to block him on a block and release, and Trevor Lawrence just got out of his play action too slow. It's not really him doing a great job, it's just him doing a job, in the circumstances. Christian Kirk over the middle, catch. 5 for 10, 118 yards. When they are catching this football, they are going for yards, though, so we do have to slow that down. They're going for well over 20 yards a catch. Probably closer to 22, 23. Arden Key in coverage, that's our bad for having him out there in coverage, but Jesus. Makes a big hit at least. So, 2nd and 5 now here. Going to go with a doubles look. And Evan Ingram can't hold on to the football. Jesus, we're playing pretty good. I might have to boost their catching after this game, just based off how many drops they have so far. I'm pretty sure Trevor Lawrence has only thrown one real incompletion, So that brings up a lot of, points of like, do we upgrade their catching? And Caleb Farley just doesn't want to step up in front of ETN. He sits behind him, and ETN comes up with the touchdown catch. We finally get pressure. Lawrence rolls to his right and just finds ETN after we send the underneath guy to go try to sack him. Up to the 25-yard line was Marquez Stevenson. Gotta go back to the run, apparently. Pass game just isn't working right now. Gotta go back to the run. Spears to the outside. D-Hop get a block. Up the sideline. Spears. 3 for 37 here. I even lowered our run blocking significantly. I think it was like 8 points that I put it down. So it's not like it's still up high. D-Hop underneath on that out route. 7-yard catch there. Got to get him involved. He's one of the only receivers left that we can truly trust right now. Shig hasn't been able to really get open, and when he does, he can't hold on to the football, and Dowell just hasn't really proven anything currently. We might even look to move Equinemius up to that number 2 role. Scramble out. Nothing going. Throw it away. 3rd and 3. Nobody was open there. I had to try to do something. There was nothing going. I'm not just going to sit there and let shit happen. So, 3rd and 3 here. I'm going to be looking for Stevenson on this out, but he is playing outside shade, so that does kind of worry me. Hole in the defense. Scramble. Go down. 5-yard rush there for Malik Willis. Just gotta understand those things. If they're playing good coverage, it means their defensive line more than likely isn't doing their job. So, dump off Spears. And who is that? Lloyd comes up with the tackle. I've never known how to say that dude's name, and I'm not going to try it today. So I'm just going to call him FF. FF is down with an injury. 2nd and 8 now here. Less than a minute remaining in this first quarter. Underneath, Colton Dowell picks up the first. Yes, he does. 5 for 9 and an interception from Malik Willis. So, besides that one overthrown ball, he hasn't played particularly bad. Just that interception really killed us. Going to go back to Spears on the ground game here. Picked up pretty nicely, but Josh Allen and Rashawn Jenkins both there. We'll have 2nd and 10 at their 31-yard line. We're going to go with a draw here. Kind of want to move Chig over since we're going to be running that way. I don't need him to shift the D-line, though. Moving back then. Picks up 5. That's all I'm asking for. 5 for 42. Pretty good run game here. Apparently, running is just, too overpowered. There's been reports that people have, put it down to, 5 run blocking and still can pick up yards. That's more about, your user vision more than anything else. Colton Dowell underneath. Picks up the first. Yes, he does. 1st and 10. 6 for 10 for Malik Willis. Just got to hit the underneath stuff. Just got to play conservative. Understand when to take our shots. Is the main thing, I think. I don't like how the safety's down, but the other side has an extra D lineman, so. Ooh, we have a chance. Touchdown. Touchdown, Spears. Let's go. 14-7. Jacksonville will come back out starting at their own 25-yard line. 8:50 now remaining in the first half. Get back onto Shire and try to get him involved. Hopefully I can keep close to the plays. Caleb Farley just stands there and lets Zay Jones catch it. Zay Jones is apparently down now. Looks like a stomach issue. Or a stomach near issue. Get back on Shire again. He's getting blocked up by Calvin Ridley and just can't get off. See, that's what I'm saying. Run blocking is just so fucking. It's good to a certain extent. Lead blocking still sucks total dick. If you guys haven't seen my video, it has 800 views currently, and it's just one of my guards going to lead block, and he just turns around and runs the other way, away from a defender that's literally 2 yards in front of him, and leaves me for dead. So, 2nd and 7 now here after Travis Etienne 3-yard rush. Yeah, run game's still pretty good. I'm probably still going to have to decrease it even more than what I want to. Elijah Molden just in his zone. Good shit, Molden. Holy fuck, I didn't expect that. I thought that ball was just going to go over his head. He jumps up, makes the pick. Apparently got tired of me talking shit, but still that's zone coverage, not man, and that's not really why I was going to bench you, so. But 1st and 10 at their 46 now. Handoff Spears. Tries to get to the outside. Rashawn Jenkins is there. I think it's Rashawn, right? Rashawn Jenkins, the safety. Blocked up Josh Allen pretty good there with Chig, but dropping back to pass. It's zone. Colton Dowell tries to come up with it. Ball's just a little thrown outside of his range. Tries to come up one-handed. Can't quite get it done. That's not really a him problem either. That's just Malik Willis's accuracy there showing. There's a hole in the defense. Run for it. Gets the first down. You know, if their D line's gonna spread out like that, I'm gonna take advantage of it. 1st and 10, they don't have this linebacker lined up over the guards. And Spears is gonna pick up 6 there, 8 for 68. Go get back to it. Gonna run this screenplay. Shouldn't be expecting it. Haven't run it today. They don't. The safety does though. No, that's is it Tyson Campbell? Devon Campbell? Something like that. T. Campbell is what I remember. But 3rd and 4 now here. He comes up, makes a good play, gets underneath the lineman, and hits Spears. So, forces the incomplete pass. Dowell underneath again. Picks up the first. Josh Allen now. The Jags defensive end, not the quarterback, is now down, of course. I don't know why the Bills quarterback would be down and would be telling us. Gonna block Chig. Only 3 guys on this play, but D-Hop. Dude, D-Hop would fucking at least try for that. Don't tell me he wouldn't. He would at least try for that. That's in his range. Gonna motion Chig out. Force this defense to spread a little bit more. D-Hop one-on-one here. D-Hop. D-Hop! No, the defensive back just makes a good play, swats the ball away. I don't know what I'm supposed to throw, how I'm supposed to throw that ball any better than what it was. I realistically can't think of a way to throw that ball better than how it was. Yeah, you could lead him a little bit more, but that doesn't really change the fact that the defensive back made a very good play. D-Hop over the middle, 1st and goal at the 3-yard line. D-Hop searching for another touchdown. We'll send him on a zig route. Gonna get him more inside so he has more room to release. Gonna put Chig on a blocking assignment. See what we got. Yep, D-Hop. D-Hop, D-Hop, bam, D-Hop. DeAndre Hopkins, touchdown. Tennessee Titans, 14-14. 1st and 10 here now for the Jags as Trevor Lawrence gets under center. Get back to Shair. Who is that? Osai going to be on the tight end, but it's not Evan Ingram, so I'm not too worried about it. Oh, he tries to throw a quick slant, and McCreary comes up with it. I don't know what Lawrence is trying to do there, but 1st and 10 for us after McCreary doesn't really move, and he just throws it to him. I don't really understand what his plan was there, but it did not work. D-Hop underneath, can't get it to him. Too much pressure in my face. Throw out of a sack. 2nd and 10 now. When you go to this RPO zone alert, I would prefer it to go the other way. Because then at least if he's throwing this ball, because I'm not going to throw it to Chig. If I'm throwing this ball, at least I'm throwing it with my right hand. You know, I can step into it. Yeah, hit him. Colton Dowell comes up with the block eventually. 7 yards there for Marquez Stevenson. Having to rely on him a little bit more with the injuries to both Kyle Phillips and Treylon Burks is kind of annoying, but gotta do what you gotta do. Remember, if this edge comes, we don't give it, we keep it, and if that corner comes, then we give it to Stevenson. Nope. Malik Willis just pick up the first. That was very dangerous by me, but down to the 5 here we go. See, do we have a draw play? We do. Let's run it. Just not quite going there. Apparently Spears a little tired there. 9 for 68 still. Doesn't get any yards there. I kind of want to go with something for Hassan Haskins here. Down in the goal to go. Let's give him a chance. They're both sitting right around 5 yards a carry on the season. If I remember correctly from the stats that I looked at earlier. 2nd and goal here. Give it to Hassan Haskins, our new power. Can't quite get there. Down to the 2. Going to go back to this formation. Hurry back to the line. Son Haskins. Sideline. No. Can't quite get there. Gets pushed back. So 2 rushes, no yards for him. Going to have to settle for a field goal. We're going to try to drain some clock off as well. Going to go with shoot clock here. Drain off as much of that time as possible. Now, of course, because it's the field goal, they don't like doing shoot clock because it's fucking Madden for some reason. Jacksonville will take over at their own 24-yard line. 1st and 10 here. Dude, we almost had Jamal Agnew down at like the 14-yard line, and I just missed the hit stick. 1st and 10, read option here. Or some type of RPO. 2nd and 8 now here. Travis Etienne, 8 for 50. This run game, both run games are still very powerful right now. Very, very powerful. Now, is it because, the run game is actually powerful? Is it because both teams are putting weak boxes together? I don't know. But, because both teams have ran a lot of stuff out of shotgun today, so it could be an option. Especially with 3 wide receiver sets, you're not going to be looking to, I'm right there, but fucking Monty Rice just doesn't react. That's annoying. That's real, real annoying. I'm right there and just pushing triangle and just nothing. Dude, what is Trevor Lawrence doing? Caleb Farley, that's a pick 6. Stun on them. Almost gets fucking tackled and probably fumbles, but 24-14. I don't know what Trevor Lawrence is doing. He's trying to fit these balls over the top of these corners and just can't do it. 24-14, Jags starting off again at their own 25-yard line. Just not a good, 3 consecutive drives for Trevor Lawrence here. Fits it in there to Kirk, but if Monty Rice is a step slower, there could easily be a pick. So he's testing the limits of this defense right now. Get off the block. Caleb Farley. No, nobody. Molden eventually comes up with it. I tried to get back inside. Hopefully Hooker would come up with the block. What the fuck? 3 people tipped it trying to get to it, and just finally Elijah Molden comes up with it. 1st and 10 for us, minute left. Jesus, this game is getting out of hand real fast. And Peter Skoronski can't keep up one-on-one with Farutsky. Clock is ticking. I'm not completely worried about it right now. Gotta drain the clock anyway. Not man. So just gonna... And we give it right back. Malik Willis struggling with accuracy today. Aluakon comes up with a pick. And the crazy thing is, I increased his accuracy, so it's not like, it's not like we have the old accuracy anymore. I wasn't off base, I feel like. I wasn't, doing anything dumb, so I don't know why that ball's so bad right there. 2nd and 4, 13 seconds, just gotta hold him. Underneath there to Evan Ingram, out of bounds, 3rd and 1, 9 seconds. They have 2 timeouts. I don't know why they want to be looking towards the middle of the field on some medium routes. 3rd and 1 here. Drop back. Looking for this underneath stuff again, and Christian Kirk's going to go out of bounds, 5 seconds. Like I said, you have 2 timeouts. Why are you not deciding to use them? They're going to go for a Hail Mary, it seems like. Back everybody off. I might even blitz with Shair here. Try to get him going. Get around that edge. Almost come up with the sack. Kevin Byard. And it's gonna be defensive pass interference because I turned on to Kevin Byard and I slowed down. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Are you fucking my asshole? And they're gonna go for a field goal. I personally would go for the touchdown here. You're down 10. You got a free play. Go for a touchdown, Okay, going into half 24-17, that really sucks. That really, really does suck. I might look towards Will Levis at halftime, I'm going to be honest. Passing just isn't there. We're throwing picks. Not really getting anything going. Rushing is there, yeah, but, I don't have to rely on rushing the ball with Malik Willis if Will Levis just doesn't turn the ball over. So yeah, I'm gonna go towards Will Levis here. Okay, starting at our own 26-yard line. 1st and 10 for this offense. I forgot to change out Malik Willis for Will Levis, so gonna let Malik Willis start this drive out. Hitting Colton Dowell up the seam. Nobody's gonna sit on top of him. I'm gonna hit him. 11 for 21. I don't know, or do we just let Malik Willis play this game out, see how it goes, and if he struggles or if he loses us the game, then we can probably go to Will Levis next game. I think that's what we'll do now that Malik Willis has already started off this half. Colton Dowell, big catch and run down to the 25-yard line, 1st and 10. Again, this offense going immediately off to a good start. Going to send Stevenson in motion, going to get him onto that other side. Let him run against the grain here. Apparently they were running man and Travon Walker, because apparently Travon Walker was running across that field immediately, trying to catch up to Marquez Stevenson, so I don't know why you want to have win in motion with him there. 2nd and 2 now, going to go back to Spears. Cut up the field. Nothing going there. 10 for 68. We've been slowed down, and so has Travis Etienne since that first quarter. So, going to continue to look through the air a little bit here. Something that we couldn't do with Henry Holton. Spread him all out. Get him going. This could be man-on-man right here. So Stevenson or Hopkins could be very much open against weaker opponents. Yeah, Hopkins. And just throw it out the back of the end zone, apparently. Josh Allen goes down again, so he might be out for the game now with 2 injuries so far today. He's upset on the sideline. I would be too, big dog. You're probably one of the better defenders on this team. 4th and 3 here. Didn't even realize it was 4th down. We're going to go for it anyways. Going to continue to try to force our will upon this defense. And Travon Walker just sheds through immediately. No one to fucking help out there. The Jags are going to take over 1st and 10 here at their own 21-yard line. Thought we were going to have that blocked up pretty well. It was going to be man-on-man who wins, and Travon Walker wins. So, like I said, 1st down and 10 for these Jags. And Tier Tart coming up with a big tackle there. Only a 1-yard rush there. 10 for 57. So both, like I said, both running backs slowly being slowed down here. Going to line up on top of Evan Ingram. It's a draw play, though. Jair, get there. Gets him tackled down. 3rd and 3 now here for the Jacksonville Jaguars. 2 tackles for Jair on the day. Not really getting him involved a whole ton. Not as much as I would like anyway. Going to put Buddy Johnson out here on top of these receivers. The screenplay, though, trying to run us off. ETN picks up the first. 4 picks on the day for Trevor Lawrence. Hopefully he can stop what he's doing. ETN added another 59 through the air is very good for this Jags offense. Yeah, we just have not been able to slow down running backs this year. And slant behind a Hooker. Hooker goes for that flat route, and Kirk just underneath there. 254 total yards, so that will not get Jair his star development. So we will have to get a stat for him if he wants to move up to star. Buddy Johnson there, as he's getting blocked, makes the tackle. 12 for 65 now to 2nd and 8 now. Again, line up Jair over top of the receiver. Make him work at least. Don't give him anything free. I cut off the bubble route, and he just kept moving up, and then he moved upfield and just over the head of Jair. Can't do anything there. Played it pretty well, but not perfect apparently. 1st and 10 here. I really want to guess run, but glad I didn't. Calvin Ridley underneath, 8 yards there. Yeah, they've definitely found a little bit better rhythm here now coming into this second half. They just have played very well so far. Press everybody up onto the receivers. Don't give them anything free. And Evan Ingram in the flat. Monty Rice, stutter steps. Dude, you got to just drive through him on that. You have to drive through him. Put your head in front of him and just drive through his fucking body. There's no reason to stutter step there. Jeffrey Simmons still not getting going. Molden, not great coverage, but just overthrown there. 2nd and 10 now. .341 remaining. We're going to send Molden on a blitz. We're going to try to distract this guard with Tart at least. Nope, they slide pretty well, but they get the ball out really fast. 3rd and 3 here now. I hate how offensive lines just know the corner's coming. Now, I know corner blitzes are kind of cheesy, so they had to do something about it, especially in recent years. But, Jesus, they know exactly when those dudes are coming. Evan Ingram holding onto the football and getting out of a tackle of a hooker. God damn it. First and goal here at the 5-yard line. I'm going to guess run to the left. If they throw the ball, that's good on them. Yep, they throw the ball, and Caleb Farley wasn't even coming in on a blitz. He just fucking sat there. How is that realistic at all, Madden? Whatever, 24-24. They made a good play. They did. They decided to throw the ball down here close to the end zone, and they made a good play. That's it. Taking over at our own 21-yard line. Caleb Chason went down as well, so I don't know who their next edge rusher is. But Shig underneath here. Picks up the first. Got to get him more involved, too. I got to get Shig more involved. He has to be a good piece of this offense. D-Hop one-on-one here could be very interesting. I'm going to make Dal run a comeback just in case D-Hop isn't one-on-one here. If they do drop into zone, then at least we have something. Yeah, they dropped into zone. Of course they did. And ball is just getting there so late. Yeah, we're going to go to Will Levis. First and 10 here. We're going to go inside zone split. Get Spears going. I don't want Will Levis coming out and throwing this ball right away. Dude, who is that? Chad Muma? Fuck. Dude, I cut back at the perfect time. Chig's running up towards the safety, and I'm like, as long as I don't get tackled here, I have a fucking touchdown. Stevenson on this wheel route could be open, as well as Hopkins one-on-one. Stevenson can't hold on the football. I don't know why you would jump there. I don't know why you want to just run underneath it and maybe slow yourself down and give yourself a chance at that football. That really sucks right there. 3rd and 6 here. We're going to run this draw play. It might not be the smartest thing in the world, but we're going to try it anyway. And Travon Walker just continues to ruin our day. In this universe, he is a beast. And 4th and 8 there. Jaguars will be taking over at their own 26-yard line after a very good punt by Ryan Stonehouse. Yeah, just offense has not been very good today. You know, we have a touchdown because of a pick 6, and other than that, just we haven't been able to keep up with this Jags offense. I guess I'll hop onto a pass rusher, hope to force some type of pressure. And see, that's what I'm saying. Harold Landry still hasn't done anything since that first sack. Like, congrats. You have 2 sacks on the year going into week 11. Like, not doing very good, big dog. Jeffrey Simmons, you have 4 sacks going. That better be a false start. That better be a fucking false start. Thank God. Like, Jeffrey Simmons is leading the team in sacks with 4. I keep trying to get him into one-on-one situations, and he just can't make a play. And then the linebackers not being good doesn't help, and corners not being the best, and then I'm missing hit sticks and shit. This defense is not very good. I think we're too far gone at this point. It's gonna have to be a real big overhaul going into this next year. Yeah, they have just outgained us well and beyond us, you know. Yes, we have more rushing yards, but we've also ran the ball 6 more times than them. And I don't even know if that counts the times that Malik Willis ran the ball, you know, because I know that was always a problem in older Maddens, is if you drop back to pass and ran the ball, it never counted as a run in terms of team stats. It always counted as a pass, but didn't give you the yards for run or pass. So, yeah, points allowed, we're 31st in the league. It has not been an easy going, if you will put it. That's the easiest way to put it. 2nd and 2 now. Running the football. ETN doesn't get much, but gets enough. Down to the 26 now. They've moved the ball very easily. 1st and 10 here again. I need somebody to come up and make a play. I know we've had 4 interceptions, but somebody needs to make a play. Even if it's just a tackle for loss. There we go, Harold Landry. That's all I'm asking for. I'm not asking for Harold Landry to be like the sack machine and be like TJ Watt, but at least be something. Be something at minimum. I can't be like looking over towards you and being like, wow, I haven't called that motherfucker's name at all today, you know? Underneath is Christian Kirk. We'll give him that 1-yard catch. I don't really care about that. 9 for 112 for Christian Kirk. He's having himself a day. I truly think he is the Jags' #1 receiving threat. You know what's crazy? The Jags' receiving threats are like sneaky good. And then Caleb Farley just peels off. I don't know if you guys saw that, but before I even clicked on, he stopped. When the ball was in the air, he stopped and just sat there. I'm guessing run. I don't care. Bring everybody up. Show blitz. Get there. Shair. Now get him star. Let's fucking go. If that counts towards him. It might count towards the guy that helped finish off, but that should hopefully get him to star. Okay, fuck. Well, we're in coverage and in this 6-1, and we have 2 defensive ends out there then. Tier Tart. We might have to re-sign Tier Tart. He's also pretty far up there in sacks, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he's at 2.5 or 3.5 now. He is up on contract, and he does want to stay, and he's relatively cheap. He's not super cheap, but he is relatively cheap, all things considered. And when you have $100 million in cap, you know, you got to bring some guys back. You can't let everybody walk. Bad ball there for Trevor Lawrence, and they're going to have to settle for a field goal at least. So only going to be down by 10 going into with 6 minutes remaining in the half. I mean, in the game. Well, and in the half, I guess. So we have a chance. We just got to get this offense moving. 1st and 10 at the 18. Bad return by Stevenson. Cut up by Spears. Get to the outside. Can't quite get it done, but 14 for 83 for him today. Good game from him. They've only allowed 149 passing yards. 260 yards total here for us today. They had 260 at the half. Gonna flip this. Go the other way with it. And Travon Walker just continues to dominate this left side of this line. I know that was Josh Wiley there, but still. 2nd and 13, going to drop back to pass. D-Hop running underneath of it. I don't know why that linebacker didn't react, but D-Hop 16 yards there. Go back to the air again. Got to get this ball moving. If we get a score and get a stop, then we could definitely look towards running the football again, but till then, holy shit. You know, and it's funny because those type of tackles are fucking flag worthy in real life. So it's funny that EA added them and the NFL allowed them to as well, which is the crazy part. Because apparently why a lot of stuff doesn't get added, at least this was an excuse for years, is a lot of the reason why stuff doesn't get added to Madden is because the NFL just doesn't want it in the game. Like, if they don't want to rule in the game or something in the game, like the reason why hit sticks that would pop helmets off got taken out of Madden is because the NFL didn't want it in their game anymore. So, it's kind of crazy, all things considered then. Trying to get it there to Colton Dowell, 4th and 4 now here. Probably should have just had him running underneath route instead, but I don't love Stevenson running that streak, but hopefully it'll clear somebody out. And just bad thrown ball. I don't know what to fucking do there. My feet are set. I hit the top of my drop, and then I throw the hitch. Well, I throw the curl. What am I supposed to do there? I can't play that ball any better than what I did. Defense has to come up with a stop. Need somebody to make a play now. Roger McCreary isn't going to be the guy. Brett Urban goes down with an injury. If he gets put on... If he's injured and out for a while, we'll probably just put him on injured reserve. He's not a key piece of this defense. 2nd and 2, not like anybody really is, since nobody's really stepping up. Kevin Byard's been quiet. I know we have picks today, but that don't mean nothing if we can't get stops. If your only stops on defense are interceptions, and our offense can't turn those into points, they're not really very big plays. 1st and 10. 34-yard line, they are marching. We're going to send pressure here. We have to. Caleb Farley pick. Bad ball by Lawrence. Let's go. Okay, Caleb Farley gets us back into this game. 5 interceptions here on the day for Trevor Lawrence. Yeah, Urban's out, broken thumb. He'll be out for a while. We'll probably put him on injured reserve, like I said. There's no real big receiving threats here besides Hopkins, so... Shag over the middle, though. Look, I know 4 verse is kind of cheesy still even in this game, but you know, when they aren't going to cover him properly, I'm going to hit him. D-Hop can't hold on to the football, which is crazy. D-Hop not holding on to footballs is absurd. 2nd and 10 now. 3:07. They're not letting me fucking get back to the play selection. Like, I know the clock isn't running, but Jesus, let me go. No D-Hop on this play. I don't know if he's injured or tired, but that's not a good sign. 3rd and 10, I'm going to run a screen pass because that's one of the only things we can run at this point. Tried to slow down to get Hainsey out there, but he just doesn't want to get out there. 5 for 10 for Will Levis. I have to go back through the air. I don't know what to call here that's going to get open and going to give me a good chance. Yeah, Hopkins is out. I don't know if it's injury or if it's stamina related, but he is out. Yep, and just overthrown ball. I tried to hit him on the out route, hit him on the sideline, and just nothing going. It's probably something I'm doing, let's be honest, but it still sucks. It doesn't change the fact that it sucks that we can't hit those simple balls, and Travis Etienne just took, and he's over 100 yards. Great. Well, at least our tackle's injured. Cam Robinson's out. I don't even know who their backup is. Did 77 move over to the left side and Walker Little come in on the right? Is it Walker Little? Might be. We're just going to have to send pressure this whole time and just hope that it gets home. That's really the only thing we can do at this point. Push them far enough back to where it's going to be a hard field goal. And if we didn't get it earlier, at least Azeez Al-Shaair is going to get his star there if you can still get it even whilst losing. Just going to let them drain this clock. There's no real point in calling timeouts because you got to save them for later. Call one here. They're going to kick a field goal. We need a quick score, an onside kick, and another quick score, which is virtually impossible, especially with this offense stalling out in this second half. Have we even put up a point in the second half? If we have, it's a field goal at most. Just nothing going. I think we did put up a field goal in this half at most. No, I don't know. We haven't done shit in this half. Either way, if we put up a field goal, it doesn't fucking matter. We didn't put up shit the rest of the half. Stevenson, I'd love to try to return, but if you're in the end zone, you fucking can't return a kick, apparently. It's just not a thing in Madden anymore. Deep, and it seemed, and a lot of returns in real life are more based off of deep returns that, the other team doesn't think you're going to return, I feel like. Colton Downs just not getting up the field fast enough, and D-Hop was doubled, and I couldn't hit anything over the middle. Like, Dow's taking forever to come out of his route and get upfield. Nope, nothing going there. 3rd and 10. At least Will Levis hasn't thrown a pick, I guess, This game has went bad to worse to poor. Tajay Spears, but that's not going to be enough. I was hoping Hopkins could get a better block there. I don't even know if I want to throw this ball and make Will Levis' stats worse. It's not like it's going to help us all that much, so. And he can't even hit Spears underneath. Jesus. It's going to be a long day for it. It's going to be a long rest of the season if this is how the offense is going to play. I'm just gonna pad stats here. Screen pass, halfback slip screen. Just get it done. I'm just gonna pad stats here. There's no reason not to. There's no way we can win this game. Even if we got a touchdown on this play, it's gonna take more than 3 seconds. So Spears gets us a first down, gets us some more yards. Will Levis will be starting next game. Offense struggled. Defense, the cornerbacks came to play, played pretty well. We got some pressure on Trevor Lawrence this game. Rushing, the last one was kind of my fault more than anything else. I think I guessed up middle and he ran left, so that's kind of more my fault than anything else. the team just struggled. It did. Receiving threats not being there. We're probably going to have to look towards free agency and bring somebody in. We probably will have a spot or two that we can free up, whether it's among the offensive line or somewhere else. Got to bring in a receiving threat. Got to bring in, multiple other positions as well to help out. I don't think we can continue to sit here and rely on dudes and them getting hurt or Hopkins getting tired because he's the only guy that can actually reliably get open and catch contested balls as well. But I'll see you guys back at the main menu. I got to get screenshots for thumbnails. Let's check the breakout message from Aziz. He's pretty happy with his performance, but the game really started to slow down for him. Yeah, I finally understand what that means. He has started out now, so it's going to be more important to bring him back now. With Star and being 26, he can still develop over the next couple years. It just makes more sense to bring him back. It has to be a storyline now at this point. One new injury, Brett Urban's out, so we're going to put him on IR, out for 4 weeks. Just doesn't make sense to keep him around as of right now. We do get Treylon Burks back going into next week as well, which is a good sign. Phillips isn't out long-term either. But it does bring up the question of, do we go look for a better receiving threat in free agency? We obviously could. I don't know if it's the move, but it could obviously be the move, We do drop down to third place in the division, 6-4 now. Let's go ahead and sim this week. I know McCreary, I know Farley both have upgrades, and then Shair should have upgrades now. Breakout linebacker, so I wonder if Shair has back-to-back weeks. We're going against the 3-7 Carolina Panthers back at home. So we're going to our luck is really going to get pushed here. We're going to see exactly what this team is made of. Will Levis to start next week. I don't really think I have a whole ton more else to cover. Let's go ahead and check out breakout linebacker going in next week. Harold Landry apparently with 1 sack and a tackle for loss had a big game. I don't think he's getting 2 picks. I don't think he's getting 2 forced fumbles, 2 tackles for loss, or sacks. Now, could he get 1 tackle for loss and a sack and it could count as both? Yeah, it easily could, but I don't think he will. Just putting that out there. Let's go take a look at the upgrades real quick. We'll get those done, and then I will probably end the video there. Shair, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to have you play some zone coverage here. Well, get you a coverage upgrade. 2-man, 2 zone, 1 change of direction should be good for you. Caleb Farley, we're going to upgrade slot, of course. Slot's one of the better ones to do, especially if you want to do man. It makes no sense to upgrade man. If you're going to do man, by the way, do slot. Either do slot or zone. Those are the only 2 you do when upgrading corners. Do not upgrade man. Man does not make sense to do. Slot is a better form of upgrading man because you get pressed, you get tackling, you get play rec, you get a lot more base stuff that you need for your corners in slot. If you guys didn't already know, of course. So, like I said, Will Levis is starting. We have a roster spot to fill because of the Brett Urban injury. Colton Dowell or Equinemius St. Brown could be targets of getting released and looking at the free agency class for wide receivers. Nope, not practice squad eligible. You got Julio, you got T.Y., Randall, Beasley, Chosen, Watkins, and Sherfield. You do got some more guys down here, of course, as well. Practice squad eligible, nobody really there worth noting, and on practice squad, I don't see anybody that could really make a difference. Jason Brownlee is a cool story, but being 24 doesn't really help our situation going into the long run. None of these guys really help, I'm going to be honest. I think Julio is probably the best option. Bring him back to Tennessee, let him pair up with DeAndre, but is he really going to be that receiving threat that we need? I don't know, but it could be a cool storyline going into the next week. Equinemius really isn't getting playing time anyway, so Julio could come in, see some stuff, and we could potentially go from there. But like I said, we should have Treylon Burks back. We do have a roster spot open, which we do have to sign for a defensive tackle. Could bring one of the guards back if I really needed to. I'm not going to currently at the moment. Just doesn't make sense to bring either one of these guys back. The other group of guys is playing just fine. These were guys that weren't going to matter much either way going into the season, so... And then Brevin Jordan being out, we'll probably keep him on injured reserve. There's no reason to bring him back unless we absolutely need to bring him back for some reason. But, yeah. If you guys enjoyed this content or any of the content here on my channel, I'd appreciate it if you guys stick around and subscribe. I will have another rebuild coming out shortly. I should have more in real life Bears-related content coming out. I have roster updates that just went live. I don't know when I'm going to get this video out, but they have gone live for both 2K22 and 2K23, respectively on PS5 and PS4. Madden 24 also got an update. I just did the trade deadline stuff so that, those would go through and people could use the roster. I didn't do really anything else to it, so go check out any of my rosters if you feel like it. But with that being said, guys, I'm out. Peace.